Hey guys, welcome back to my second video. I don't know why I made that hand gesture to my second video for Feel Well. I'm gonna get on a schedule eventually at some point of Mondays and Fridays, I think is when I'm gonna post. I just got really eager and decided I wanted to post one now. I'm literally about to run out the door to go on an exercise class, but I thought I would just take a second to film and a second to slow down so you understand what I'm saying. Just a heads up, my next video is going to be a Q&A, so if you have any questions you want to ask me regarding mental health, physical health, emotional health, regarding my exercise routine, literally anything you can think of, send me a DM, send me a tweet. They're both at Shayna Sloan, and I'm more than happy to accept your request. Unless you're already friends with me, then just send me a question, and I'm going to answer as many as possible in our next video, which I'm sure I'll get through all of them. So I just wanted to pick up really quickly where I left off in our last video about how I really wanted to start taking care of myself and the 2 years that led up to where we are right now on this wonderful couch in my living room of my mom's house. Many times I really, like the first few months I think were just kind of a realization phase where you learn and you kind of figure out what went wrong. And for me, I realized that I was relying on other people to make me happy, and that wasn't good for me. And that's kind of where it all came from. And so I started really taking care of myself and doing kind of what was best for me. And at the time, getting in the gym was the biggest thing because I didn't love myself. I didn't love my body. I was really feeling gross and nasty. And for me, going into the gym was sometimes a struggle, but the feeling afterwards was what I wanted. I felt really good. I felt like I was productive. I felt like I got a lot of work done. I felt stronger, and mentally I was just kind of refreshed, and I felt like I'd taken all the stress and gotten rid of it, at least for that day. And now it's just become a ritual. I feel like it's the beginning part that's always the hardest. It's getting into a routine because sometimes you'll wake up and you're like, I don't want to go. And then once you get into a routine, you're like, you won't let yourself not go. I'm at the point where there are some days where I'm like, I really would rather do other things like, I don't know, be lazy and spend time with my dogs or anything else sometimes. But then once I get in the gym and I start working out and then I feel that after effect, I'm like, I'm so happy I went because it was so good for me. And I feel like a newer and better person afterwards every time. So I feel like that's really important. That's why I stressed finding something that is really positive for you to do that's going to kind of take your mind off of everything else, whether that's spending time with your friends, which I feel like is very important. I really started isolating myself from everyone, which was not the way to go because I bottled everything up, and then that's when I was crying more. But when you have people to talk to that genuinely care about you, I think it makes all the difference. And I feel like it's kind of important to have like one person be your designated person that you can talk to about anything and everything under the sun. And sometimes that can be hard to do, and you kind of have to use your own instincts to figure out who that's going to be. But once you do, it's like I'm going to use that person and talk to them about anything I need to because they can set you straight. They can just listen to you. They can validate how you feel. And I feel like that's important because you can't talk to yourself. And the more you sit, the more you wallow. I also am still kind of going through a phase where I don't like being alone. I'm getting better about it now for sure, but I used to not be alone because then I was left alone with my thoughts, and then I would often cry. And I know that's so bad, but that's what would happen to me. I would just be listening to Spotify, for example, and be listening to a song, and then I would start crying. I would get like my emotions and just start crying because I was upset that I was alone, and I was thinking about all these bad things, and I'm like, oh my God, like what am I doing to myself? So I feel like it's important to just try and spend time with your friends, and then when you do have time alone, kind of have it as you time. Reflect, think, and that's when you can go do what you want to do, like a you kind of activity. Mine's going to the gym because I could just focus on myself, or if that means you cook, or if that means you sit and watch your favorite show, just something you do just for yourself to kind of just unwind. I feel like that's important too. And that's kind of what I've done throughout the past 2 years. Um, yes, there have been many obstacles thrown my way. I've had health issues that, once again, really thought that was going to be it for me because I thought the world was really picking on me. And I feel like that happens a lot, to not just me, but to others. When, one bad thing happens, it's a massively bad thing. And you feel like the world's really coming for you. And thanks to my mom and to my friends, I picked myself back up, and I've only gotten stronger from all of it. So if anything, I hope I'm living proof for you that no matter how hard things are, and, I don't want to go into too much detail of all my stuff. Like, I'm going to tell you a lot, but not too much. Just understand that a lot of this has been very severe for me. And if I can pick myself back up and get stronger, and I'm sitting here, you can do the same. And I can 1,000% tell you that. I believe in you, and I think it's so important that you don't stay in the dumps too long. Everything's a learning experience. No matter how bad it is, everything has a purpose, and there's something to learn from everything. It might not be something you realize, within 20 minutes. It might be something you realize a few weeks from now, but a lot of it just is to test yourself, I think. That's just the way I like to think about it, is testing how strong you really are and kind of preparing you for things to come. None of us are completely bulletproof, obviously. I like to think of myself as a very strong person, but I still cry, I still get hurt, I still am very sensitive at the same time, which I don't know how that works, but I'm like an onion, you peel away layer at a time. No, not really. But yeah, I don't know if that really covered everything, but it's just a little snippet. So yeah, please send in your questions for me. I'd love to answer as many as possible. Like I said, I'm gonna get on a schedule of probably every Monday and Friday. Subscribe down below, like that button, send me a comment if you'd like. And yeah, I hope you're all having a good day. Remember to smile. It's beautiful here where I am. I hope you're having a great day, night, evening, afternoon, wherever you guys are. And yeah, remember, guys, to feel well, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.